Hello everyone, welcome back. This is RandoGEEK. Interesting article here coming from Cord Cutters News. I'll link it down below in the description for you. If you want to check it out, you can. Link will be there. So I did something about this a couple weeks ago where I talked about the FCC stepping up and doing something solid for consumers. And what do I mean by that? I mean, by the headline here, we can see, but in greater detail from what my perspective is on this is that I think this is a good idea. To get straight to the point with it, I think this is a great idea. I think it's about time. My argument in my last video regarding this a few weeks ago was what took so long. And I mean, either way, I'm glad that we're finally getting this. I think that there's a lot of consumers that are going to be very satisfied with this because, you know, in 2024, with all that's been going on with our, with wireless carriers, consumers leaving the big three postpaid side of things and going to either prepaid or MVNOs, and the same thing with, internet, everyone cutting the cord and going with cheaper alternatives, canceling cable, getting cheap streaming services, whatever it might be, consumers are certainly cutting the cord all around, all of it. Wireless, internet, cable, the list goes on. And that is because they're disappointed with what they're getting for their money. It's too expensive overall. So even if they do find some value, it's just not enough value for them to pay as much money as they are paying. And this should make it a little bit easier for those that have left and have cut the cord because they felt like they were being treated with dishonesty. That's a big problem for many. Many consumers feel like they were lied to, so they don't want to stay with their service provider anymore. And that's where this new thing coming in with the FCC, which will be forcing cable providers and internet providers to disclose the real cost of internet and the real speeds that they offer. So let's go ahead and talk a little bit more about this. As we can see, the Federal Communications Commission wants broadband providers to roll out nutrition style labels, is what they're calling it. So it's like, when you buy, a bag of potato chips, on the back, you can see how many calories, how much fat, much sugar, protein, whatever it is. And then you can ultimately make a decision on whether or not you still want to eat that. Maybe it's more than you want to have for the day. Maybe you're out of calories for the day, or out of fats for the day, or proteins for the day, whatever it is. So pretty cool though, if you ask me. So these labels will spell out the fine print on the prices of their plans and the speeds that they really are offering starting Wednesday, April 10th of 2023. Internet providers have been lying for years about what you're actually getting. And now with these nutrition labels, it's nice and clear for consumers to see. So this way, if they're still lying about it, the FCC will most likely have to step up and start issuing some fines to these companies, is what I feel should happen. But anyway, the FCC says these labels are intended to display clear, easy to understand, and accurate information about providers' internet prices, introductory rates, data allowances, and broadband speeds. So between promotions, technical jargon, paying for internet access can get complicated, of course. These labels aim to hold providers accountable to customers and expose fine print about data caps or hidden charges that otherwise would have been overlooked. Some providers like Google, they're saying, have already rolled out these labels. Others will need to do so by Wednesday. Providers with 100,000 or fewer subscribers have until October 10th of 2024. That is their deadline. They're saying Google is the first provider to unveil its label. Google said it will update its label to reflect the FCC's guidance by the 2024 deadline. For now, here's what Google's 1 gig label looks like. So we can see here, just like a nutrition label, broadband fax, G Fiber, so that's Google Fiber, 1 gig fixed broadband consumer disclosure, monthly price $70. Monthly price is not an introductory rate, so it's cool that it tells you straight out that it's not an introductory rate. The monthly price does not require a contract, so that's clear too. You know exactly what you're getting. Additional charges and terms, local access fee, 100% of this fee benefits your local municipality. So it's very clear cut and precise. This is great. Early termination fees, government taxes, varies by location. So, unfortunately, they can't give you a precise amount until you enter in your zip code or whatnot. Discounts and bundles, no confusing discounts or bundles to worry about, etc. And then, of course, at the time, it would have been the ACP government program, which is, kind of on hold for now, not looking too good with that. But that would have been mentioned there. At the time, Google Fiber participated in it. And then here's, the good stuff here. Speeds provided with the plan, typical download speed, whatever that amount would be. Typical upload speed, typical latency, data included with monthly price, network management privacy, all this good stuff here. And then, of course, contact information. If you're stuck and you need support, you don't have to go searching all over the place for a number. It's included right there. So I really, really like this. Again, it's about time. This should have been done many, many moons ago because consumers, a lot of consumers are not aware of what they're getting. You got a family of 10 or whatever it is. I mean, I know 10's a lot of people, but let's say you have a large family, 4 or 5 kids, wife, maybe you have service for other people that are part of your family. Most of the time people aren't that technical and they don't read the fine print. It's so small that they can't really figure out what's going on. Plus, companies have lied to consumers. They will continue to lie as long as they can. But this makes it a little harder. This makes them a little bit more accountable. And I do hope that if, like I said, these companies are caught lying about what's printed here, that the FCC starts issuing some hefty fines because it's only fair. And this is a win for consumers as well. Maybe not as much as being dishonest. I'm sure they've been making a pretty penny, like robbing consumers and lying to them. But at the end of the day, an honest consumer values an honest company. Whether or not they agree on pricing is a total different thing, but there's been many upset consumers that have left companies because they felt they were being weaseled into something that they didn't agree to. They didn't realize what they were getting themselves into. And that's partially on the consumer side because we have to be, held accountable for what we sign up for as well. We have to read. We can't just sign for something. But at the same time, cable companies and internet providers and wireless providers have been known to try to scam consumers into signing up for things that they didn't really want, and it was confusing, and they knew that. So anyway, this is good. Like I said, link down below. You guys can share this with someone else. You can also share the video with someone else if you'd like. That would be cool as well. As always, thank you guys so much for stopping by and watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye for now.